So in order to get the application to work the way that you want it to, you will have to have ingredients that fit into a ration, and then that ration has to be tied to a particular feed group, and then that feed group will go and coincide with a particular pen. So let's take a look at that and break it down. It's rather simple. So if you hit rations, you can see on the left hand side that I have a ration made up here. And then if you look on the right hand side, you can see what my ration consists of. Alfalfa hay, beet pulp, corn silage. And then the name of the ration is Ration 444. Pounds per head is 30 with no timer. If I need to create a new ration, I can hit the plus button and type in Ration 5650. I wanted to have 25 pounds per head, and then go done. But I have not put in an ingredient list yet, so I can't exit out of this if I do not. So go OK, and then I need to add an ingredient. So if I go alfalfa hay, and I need to type in a weight for that, so let's just say I put in 1,000 to start off. So you go 1,000, add ingredient, corn silage, and go 1,000 there. Go done. Let's add another. So if I went grass haylage, you can look at my ingredient list, and then it is now part of that particular ration that I have numbered. And you can reorder the ingredients if you want. You can add an ingredient, so if you want to put distillers on there, you can certainly do that. You would do that, so I'll go done here since that ration is completed. Go to ingredients, hit the plus button, and then you can put your name. If I need to put in a supplement, I can do that as well. And go done, and then it'll add that supplement to my list of choices. So if I go back to my ration, and then I need to add an ingredient, I'll push edit, and then I'll add that ingredient of the supplement. So I'll go through my list, and then I'll put in an amount and go done. And now that becomes a selection on my list. If I did this in error, I can just swipe left and delete that. So if you ever need to delete anything, just swipe left and it brings up the delete button. And then I will go done. So now I have my ration made up. I'll move on to the feed group in pens. So to find the feed group, you tap on the pen tab. So the pens tab here. And you'll see a list of 10 pens. And then if I tap on the feed group button, you'll see a list of 7 feed groups. So if I look at this feed group and I want to take a look at it, I can see that it just has 100% of an entire ration. This can be changed, so if I go edit, and there it has the feed group and then the ration that is tied to that. I can go through and I can edit my feeding, or add a feeding really. So I want to go AM, I can, and then the percentage, I can put in 50%, okay? And then if I want to add another feeding, let's go PM and add 50% to that and go OK. And then once I finish that, and you can always reorder that order there by just holding down that right hand side there. Move it around if you want. But then if I'm done, I'll go end order, and then to complete this change, I'll go done. If I need to add a feed group, make a new one. I just hit that plus button and then start typing in the name. Feed group. Let's go space 8. I can do so. I'll go. Cannot go done just yet because that has to have a particular ration associated with it. So I need to go down to the bottom and then associate a ration with it. So we can either go with, we can go with any. So I can go with that new ration that I just created, that 650, go done. And then I can add my feedings and then break it up if I need to. But for this I'm not. And then I can add different pens to it. So I'm going to add pen number 10. And to add a pen, you just hit add a pen there to go done. And so now my pen, I can go through and I can adjust my head count and then also my feeding percentage with this dial here if need be. And then you can see the pounds change. Or you can use this tab here, the plus or minus, then go done. So if you take a look at that, that is how you would create pens of different feed groups. If you need to email the information out, you just push that transmit button. You go with the start date and then go with the end date. So if you started on July 27th and then wanted a record of the day and end on July 28th, you could do that, select done. And then you just email the information out this way. So you see it has transactions as fed, as a CSV file, which will go into Excel, and then the transactions dry matter intake. So I'm not going to do that now, just cancel back out of that, delete my draft, and go back to the top menu.